Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 26. As always, here's our disclosures. This information is for educational purposes only. We're providing no investment advice. This is not tailored to any one individual, and past performance does not guarantee future results, and all investments involve risk, including the loss of your principal. Here's the agenda for the week. I'll cover the news, provide a market overview on the indices, and we have 66 companies reporting earnings this week. Following all the results for week 25 was a slow week. 9 zones provided. We went 1-0 in both stocks and options, and that trade was Kroger. Here's the earnings outlook for this week. Things are picking up again. However, I'm going to do my best to give more companies this week than last week. Went ahead and updated our slide for stocks. Went and put ahead Kroger, and we're at 39 and 26 on the year in stocks. And went ahead and added Kroger as well. If you went ahead and took it in options, we are 76 and 16 on the year. Moving into the news for the week, on Monday, we have nothing affecting the U.S. markets. However, at 10:45, Canadian dollars being affected. So for those of you trading forex and futures, be mindful of the Canadian dollar with a report. Same thing for Tuesday, Canadian dollar being affected heavily. So be mindful of all reports that are coming out for the Canadian dollar regarding CPI, so on and so forth. 7 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time is going to be the first time. 30 minutes after the opens, the U.S. markets are going to be affected with the consumer confidence report. And then Tuesday evening, Australian dollar will be affected. So be cognizant of that. Again, for those of you trading futures and forex. Nothing affecting us on Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, the British pound will be affected in the early hours of the night. And then pre-market, you got final GDP and unemployment claims that will affect the U.S. markets. And then 30 minutes after the open, we have pending home sales. So be cognizant of that for some extra volatility on Thursday. Then moving to Friday, you can see the Canadian dollar again will be affected pre-market as well as the U.S. stock markets with core PCE price index. And then 30 minutes after the open, we have consumer sentiment. So that is going to be the news for the week. Moving into the charts for the week, starting with the S&P 500, the SPX, we still have no supply. In the SPX, the first demand zone I have for you is 53.58.18 to 53.25.95. Moving on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ had a sharp turn on Friday, and that was due to NVIDIA's price drop from 140. Rejected the 140 level pretty well. First level I have for you on the NASDAQ is 1980 to 18,921. If we can come back down here, we'll have supply in the NASDAQ. Moving on to the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is weaker than both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Plus supply, I got 397.31 to 485. On the demand side, we got 376.06 to 370.18. Moving on to the rut, nothing has changed. We still have the same levels I've been holding since December. That level is going to be 2075 on the supply side to 2138. And on the demand side, we got 1887 to 1847. Moving into earnings, first company I have for you is CCL. On the demand side, we got 1473 to 1386, and on the supply side, 1834 to 1891. In the event of an overshoot, be cognizant this is an aggressive level for Carnival Corporation. We have another level right here, 1299 to 1199 on the demand side. Next company I have for you is SNX. First demand level I have for you is at 99.83 to 96.92, and there's no supply in this equity. Next company reporting, I got FedEx. So for FedEx, this is the level that's been holding. You got 244.17 to 239.09 on the demand side. And in the event of an overshoot, we have a small level right here at 229 to 225. On the supply side, we got 289 to 304.47. Next company I have for you is PRGS, Progress. On the demand side, we're real close to it. You got 47.62 to 45.84 on the demand side. And on the supply side, you got 60.75 to 62.34. Next company is Paychex. This level's the level that's been holding paychecks. On the supply side, we got 127.03 to 129.67, and on the demand side, we got 115.03 to 113.65. In the event of an overshoot, you have another demand level here at 107.26 to 104.01. Next company is GIS. So for GIS, on the demand side, we got 60.92 to 58.80, and on the supply side, 74.57 to 77.65. In the event of an overshoot, on General Mills, we got 80.05 to 82.83. Next company is UNF. On the demand side, we got 146.12 to 132.78, and on the supply side, 187.73 to 194.35. Next company is Micron. So for Micron, there is no supply on Micron. Again, this sharp drop was due to NVIDIA's drop on Friday. With that being said, the first demand zone I have for you is 97.50 to 90.34. Next is Levi Strauss. On the supply side, we got 24.62 to 26.67, and on the demand side, we got 14.67 to 13.24. Next company is ABAB. On the demand side, we got 161.60 to 152.96. No supply in this equity. Next company is CNXC. There's no demand. This equity put a low end of 53.89. First supply level I have for you is 79.94 to 85.29. Next company is FUL. No supply, as all-time highs was 84.31. First demand level I have for you is 70.15 to 68.65. Next company is Jeffries. On the supply side, we got 52.05 to 56.76, and on the demand side, 36.93 to 36.09. Next company is Walgreens. Be mindful of Walgreens. Walgreens has had a rough year. However, this level is a big level. We got 18.16. We are in that level to 12.23. And on the supply side, we got 26.06 to 27.07. Next company is McCormick. This is the level that's been holding McCormick. In the event of an overshoot, again, this is an aggressive level. So pay attention to the 61.94 to 59 even. Or if we move from here, we got 69.43 to 66.91. And on the supply side, we got 79.66 to 83.49. AYI, we are in this level right now. So you can pay attention to it throughout the week to see if it holds pre-earnings. In the event of an overshoot on the demand side, you got 208.33 to 198.92, and you can see we have another level here at 182.87 to 176.96. On the supply side, this is what's been holding the market, 271.94 to 281.08. The last company I have for you this week is Nike. So Nike, we have 89.96 to 88.74 on the demand side, and then we have another level here from 87.23 all the way down to 77.09. On the supply side, we got 103.89 to 106.57. In the event of an overshoot, that next level is going to be at 120.69 to 123.35. And that's going to do it for us for the charts this week. As always, here's my contact information. Feel free to check my website out. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. And if you want to follow me on social media, go ahead and do so. I update posts from time to time. You can check me out on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, happy trading and have a plan.